Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel and part 3 and what could be the final part of Mike and training his Bonelli's eagle. So just to recap from part 1 and 2, Mike's been breeding Bonelli's eagles for some time. He's flown and hunted with both the parents of this bird. This one, I think he's got all that accumulated knowledge and time and he's putting that into this bird. We've caught up with him doing some manning. We then caught up with him doing a little bit of just recall work. I've recently caught up with him just doing a bit of work on the bull cross lure machine just to sharpen that bird up a little bit. But since this bit of footage now, I can tell you something, he's already taken 2 hares with this bird. So we're out tomorrow. We're going to see if we can catch number 3 or at least get some good footage of the bird actually flying and hunting. If you don't know what Bonelli's eagles are and you have no experience of them, let me tell you, these are super fast, super agile eagles. Their wing beat is more akin to a goshawk. That they just look faster than golden eagles. I would say they definitely turn tighter than golden eagles, but as soon as that hawk eagle's wings unfold, you see it really is an eagle with huge, long eagle wings. These are very, very fast, exciting eagles to fly. So we're going to go out tomorrow. We're going to see if we can take a hare and conclude this set of 3. If not, it will be set of 4. I'll roll the intro and I'll see you in a minute tomorrow. So today's tomorrow. Mike and John are coming up. John's got a first year female Harris hawk trained for hares. Mike's got his Bonellis. I've got Zeus. Zeus is a little bit heavy really. It's a beautiful day, but incredibly windy, like very, very windy. Tomorrow's forecast the same. We're going to go out and we're just going to see, can we see any hares on the permission here and see if we can get any flights, explore a little bit more of the land this year. I'll report back and let you guys know. But before that, I had the great pleasure of meeting a guy called Ricky Doe yesterday. He's a falconer that's been flying birds at least a decade longer than me, and he's had the privilege and the ability to fly species that most of us would dream to have dabbled with. Things like white goshawks, black spars, and currently a pair of crowned eagles, one an imprint male and a parent-reared female. Who else in the world gets to explore crowned eagles in that way? He can say he's trained imprints and parent-reared and males and females. Goodness me, some stories about those birds, maybe for a future episode, but what a lovely guy. And the privilege to be in great company of really top-end falconers for sure. Hopefully we'll tie up before the end of the year and I'll get to see his birds fly. If we do, you'll know. Let's see what today brings. Anyway, Mike, what did you forget?
Everything, mate, everything.
He actually forgotten that. Okay, so the first slip took me by surprise. I didn't have the camera rolling. By the time I did, it was all over and the hare got away in the next field. This hare got up at the hedge line at the far side of our field and we're only just in the field, and this is a big field, hundreds of yards. The bird, being a Bonellis, just went like a ballistic missile and just missed its prize. That thing's bloody mad. Can you see the hare? Oh my God almighty.
fell in the hedge.
Well, as it turned out, the Harris Hawk didn't have very long in the field. John didn't have long at all. We couldn't find any slips at all for that bird in a short time. So we headed back to the vans to say farewell to John and collect Mike, who honestly had to go back because, classic, he forgot to bring his bird into the field with him. He had to go back and fetch his bird. Not his glove, not his food, not his telemetry. The eagle. Went out with Mike. I carried Zeus. Zeus didn't get a slip because we were really trying to fund that Bonellis a chance. We had 3 slips with the Bonellis, all ultra long, all in high winds. That bird, an Exocet missile, it got onto terms at huge, hyper long range with all of those birds, but it didn't get a foot on them despite putting in well on everyone. Inexperience and ridiculous windy weather failed him that time. So yeah, we're going to have to make another one for this set, really, where I can get some better close-up footage, preferably closer slips for closer footage, and see that bird put one in the bag. But seeing it fly, what a thing that blooming Bonellis is. They are something else entirely. In other news, oh, I've been reading this book. It is, if you like hunting and nostalgia, it's hunting tales of the olden days. Absolutely fascinating, and once again just shows how tougher and better at endurance really people were back in the late 1800s and so on than probably certainly I am now. Tough people, and some great old tales of hunting. So highly recommend. It's on Audible. I can't remember if it's free or a few pounds. YouTube, Falconry Raptors and more. My young friend Ryan, click on that channel, give him some support. He's putting out some really good videos, some of the long form ones he's putting quite a lot of research into, so that's interesting if you like your birds of prey. Ian Whitehead, he sent me some stuff from Matthew Mullinex, a weight management dial system that they've invented. Go on Matthew's YouTube channel. I didn't know he had one. Loads of fascinating in-depth stuff on there. We all learn things in a different way, and certainly this style of learning weight management will really help some people out. So click on Matthew's YouTube channel, link in the description. That'll definitely help some of you out. Yeah, a long-term, incredibly knowledgeable falconer for sure. So thanks Ian for that news. What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, had a lot of discussions lately, just randomly with different people about how long falconry will last in the UK, eagle falconry, the saturation of birds of prey in the UK, so on and so forth. So at the moment in the UK, you can get golden eagles for as little as nothing to £1,000, £1,500. That always has to worry. Rich people shouldn't be allowed to be the only idiots, but unfortunately here, the higher the price is the only way falconry really is regulated in the UK. £1,000 or free for an eagle, that really leaves them open to the dabblers, and they are potentially dangerous. So we were talking to a guy recently, and he said, how long do you think falconry's got left in the UK? He said, I don't think it's got more than 10 years before the antis get it banned, because of the way things work in the UK, the political system, the fact that all of us passionate people are just doing what we love. We don't have time to write nonsense on social media, and the antis do, the people haters do. He thinks 10 years. I was talking to someone recently and I said, I don't know whether eagle falconry will last 10 years if these big female imprinted eagles are getting into the wrong hands. One mistake, it's all going to be banned. You really need to really be thoughtful about your falconry if you're flying eagles for sure. So things to talk about there. That's something for another episode. I think it's hard to regulate. And on the flip side of that, Emily was saying, it's funny, isn't it, on social media, because some people say they won't help any newbies. Oh, we don't want anyone else in the sport, they'll just ruin it. But of course, without numbers of quality falconers, the sport hasn't got legs either. So there's something else for conversation that we're going to look into on the channel soon. It's difficult. You've got people like young Emily flying my imprinted bald eagle from a soaring flight, 100% safe, doing it correctly. There will never be a problem, ever, I can assure you. But then you've got people that have been flying birds of prey for decades that certainly shouldn't be flying eagles because they really, really don't understand them. So it's really hard to where on earth and how do you regulate this sort of thing for safety and the safety of the sport. I don't really know, but it's something to talk about and debate for sure. I'll see you soon. At the moment, you've noticed there's been one release on this channel, this Falconry channel this week. I'm trying to step it up to 2. There's loads of how-to videos to come. There's loads of information, whether it's hawks, Bonelli's eagles, or even how to train an owl. All stuff that people need to know and want to know, as well as the journals and the chats. So stay tuned. Things will progress. It's just took me a couple of weeks after my 3-week break to Australia to get my ass back into action because I've had to play catch up with other paying workloads. But I'll see you soon. Stay tuned, subscribe, check back, and check out all the videos that actually are on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.